Hello, hello. Welcome to the second episode of the Amb and Ant Podcast.
I'm Amber, and I'm dying of allergies.
I'm Ant, and I am dying as well.
Oh, thank you. I feel like we're a team now. Good.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, indeed. However, what are we going to talk about today?
We are talking about Odd Taxi. This was an anime we finished about a month ago. Didn't get around to assessing it until now, reviewing it. What did you think of Odd Taxi?
Oh my god. Well, I first heard about it being compared to Beastars because, all of the characters are animals. And then it was just everyone was saying this is the new Beastars, the better, new and improved version of Beastars. And the adult version of Beastars, right? It's not set in a school anymore. They're all very mature, if you will. And yeah, I do think that I enjoyed it more than that. And probably one of the best animes I've watched in the these 2 years.
For me, I felt like this anime was a little odd.
Yes,
felt
pun
like
intended.
Pun intended, because it's not like your typical isekai or your typical slice of life or anything like that. It's a little bit of a mix of everything, so it's got that fantasy element of everything being everyone being animals. It's got that kind of mystery going on at all times, like who is in his closet, who killed the girl, and
Yeah, I was so sure that the main character killed the girl at first.
yeah, because his closet, right, kept on talking to him for some reason, or just
the neighbors were hearing him talking to his closet somehow, and then I was like, oh god, either he already killed the person, because the first shot was just like a dead body being tossed into the ocean or something, right? And then I was like, oh, maybe that's what happened in the end, kind of. And then we're just gonna see this mind of a criminal, and now he just kidnapped the girl. But yeah, it was different. It was unexpected.
Right, I just felt like there was a lot of unexpected elements that meshed really well together. So basically, he kind of went from being uninvolved in this larger plot into being incredibly involved when the events all kind of led into each other. This is kind of spoilers now, spoilers ahead, so if you haven't watched
Spoilers already.
Well,
I just talked about the dead body.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Spoilers already. We'll have that in the description. But yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like Odokawa is not your typical main character of any kind of anime or manga. He's not really super proactive either, the kind of oh, this is my dream and I will do everything to stop evil. Not like that. Nor is he super passive. Everything just happens to him. What is he gonna do? He's really smart. He tries to take measures to protect himself and protect the people that he cares about, which I thought was just, I guess, very realistic as a person. Not one-dimensional at all.
Yeah, I felt like a lot of the characters, not just Otokawa, but talking like Baba, Diamond, Dobu, they are all pretty realistic with realistic goals. You got Dobu, kind of like a mafia gorilla, kind of like a gangster, just trying to do these underhanded deals to make money. You got Damon. I'm not sure.
Daimon, the brothers.
Yeah, the brothers. How to tell them apart, but there's two of them.
The glasses, the eyes.
That's fair.
Okay, yeah, the
but
aura.
But what do you call them?
Huh?
What do you call them? What are their names?
They're the Daimons, Osoto, the little brother Daimon and the Aniki Daimon.
Which one is which?
Okay, the angrier looking one with eyes slightly upturned is the brother, older brother, and then the, I guess, evil one who is plotting with a little bit, and like the eyes like slightly like downturned with the glasses, like the more like studious one, if you will, is the little brother Daimon.
Yeah, so you got the corrupt cop and then you got the good cop.
Yeah, but then the good cop is stupid, so...
It was a little,
But actually, he was not stupid at the end. The gun, like, you know how, like, he was the person who shot, the crazy dude, right? Like, the crazy dude running with the other gun.
I think his name was, I think it was Tanaka?
Yeah, Tanaka. Oh my god, the most, like, boring last name, actually. Damn.
Yeah, but, everything seemed, back to the point, right? Like, everything seemed kind of realistic. You basically had animals acting as, like, people. Because they were people.
It's like peak, like, magical realism. Like, everything seems so bizarre and fantastical. Like, none of these events would actually happen in real life, but at the same time, because all of these characters are so well-rounded and complex, and their motives and, like, their desires are so human, so then, like, eventually, even though, like, we're seeing this, like, chain of events that are just, like, oh god, if it were in real life, well, yeah, not possible. Anyways, but, like, at the core of the story, we're seeing, like, the human condition, if you will.
Yeah, it seemed very human. Human condition, like, all these characters had their own, like, kind of problems, except for maybe this doctor guy. Maybe this doctor guy kind of just wanted to retire. But,
well, I mean, the doctor guy was not this person. The doctor guy, Goriki, right? Well, he was, like, the person that, like, was, like, doing his PhD, like, when he just met, Odokawa, and then he's, like, intrigued by this medical condition, like, what is going on in his brain? We don't know until the last episode, like, actually, he just, like, sees everyone as, like, animals, kind of.
Yeah, that was a pretty insane twist, honestly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that that was actually the case.
Sadly, I was spoiled before I knew, like, the reality of what it was. But yeah, like, I do like that. And then again, it's like the whole, like, magical realism element of, like, seeing people as animals. Like, I don't really like how it is often compared to Beastars and even Zootopia. Because, like, automatically, we as a Western culture, we just see all these people as, like, furries. Like, oh my god, if you like this show, you like a furry show kind of thing. But then it is kind of like more like this was the symptom of his trauma, so then I don't think that should be in that show.
So I assume you watched Zootopia?
Yes, I did.
What did you think of that one?
Oh god,
I
hated Zootopia.
Why?
Oh my god. It's been so long. This was so unplanned. Wait, I should, like, get all my reasons of why I did not like Zootopia.
Maybe for another time, then.
Yeah, definitely, but then, like, it was after Beastars that I finally realized how much of Zootopia was just so performative. Like, oh yeah, this fox and this rabbit, they could totally work together. And I hated how it's like, what is the point of having these things as animals? Like, eventually, it was like the little sheep mayor who, like, had this medicine, some drug that made the carnivores, like want to be carnivores again and want to, like, attack these, like, oh, poor little herbivores. But then the whole thing about animals is that it is in their nature that carnivores would want to eat herbivores. So then, like, at the end of the day, the question was just like, oh, the sheep was evil. And then we can just throw the blame and the complexity of the two types of animals to, like, oh, the source, the sheep. Rather than, like, oh yeah, how can we, as a society, kind of, like, live with different, I don't want to talk about race, but then, like, different kinds of, like, species. Let's say species. And then, like, how do we cope with our differences? Eventually, it was like, oh, the differences is just fake. The difference is just a drug. That's stupid. Did you like Zootopia?
That's deep. I can't say that I remember all of that, but I kind of liked it because, pretty pictures, Gopher.
Yes. Great, very
But
analysis.
that's the extent of my analysis on Zootopia. I didn't.
When you asked that question, were you expecting what I said?
I was not.
Okay, I understand. But yeah, this is not a like.
It's not a Zootopia. It's not
This is
Beastars.
Yeah, like they're not animals after all.
Yeah, they're not animals at all. So it's like, it's pretty cool. I like the just the, I guess, humanness element of things. You got like a couple characters that are just like suffering in that. So you got the guy Kakihana, the kind of white-haired monkey who's just kind of trying to lease like a more expensive life than he could afford, trying to look cool.
To impress this 18-year-old, yes.
Right. He was just trying to get lucky.
Not saying that like this isn't happening actually in Japan. I do think that like a lot of stuff that are in this, even though it's not like the main message of the show, it is like social commentary in a way, or just like not like commentary as in like criticism, but like just like revealing that this stuff happens. Like as bizarre as the events are, these people, you can find people like this.
Right, yeah. Like, I don't think it's just in Japan, really. I think people generally want to look a certain way to other people to impress, and then that sometimes means borrowing a lot of money, going to debt, right? This is very common, actually, right?
He lied on his dating app.
Right.
Oh my god.
You just lie on your dating app. I mean, that's pretty
Your
easy.
income.
Yeah, you just add another zero, suddenly your entire outlook changes, right? So, it's pretty common.
He was, like, infuriating, though. Like, I did not like that character. Like, seeing him trying to just, like, I don't know, get together with this slightly pedophile. Like, just get together with a underage, like, girl.
Basically underaged.
Yeah, almost underage.
Was she 17?
No, 18.
18? Okay.
But still, like, he was 40, right?
Something like that. Something disturbing.
So.
Yeah, some age that would the gap is a little big there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just that just goes to show like Odd Taxi was not afraid of like just putting in a bunch of very human, I guess, uncomfortable moments, right? Where you're just like, same with like the blue hippo guy, Kabasawa, right?
He's like everywhere now.
That guy is cringe.
Kid. The college kid who wants to be viral on any kind of social media, right? Like, he was trying to post, oh, should I post, like, a funny photo, like an emotional quote, or what should I post on Twitter so that I can be viral? I feel that, though. Like, who am I kidding? Like, everyone kind of has the dream of, like, oh, I accidentally uploaded this thing, and all of a sudden, when I wake up, the world has changed. I'm special. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the rise of social media, right? Like, that's it's pretty. I mean, when he was trying to catch the gangster dude, his name was what was it? Dobu. When he was trying to go after Dobu, I felt like he just suddenly rose up to becoming a massive online star. He had like people donating to him. He had like, he basically
girls who want to like sleep with him.
Basically that too. I mean, he gained money, status, power, all with one move. It's just like that. It's kind of how you can get, I guess, get somewhere really quick. These days with like social media, you can actually go viral and get somewhere really quick as well. It's basically the shortcut. It's like winning the lottery.
Well, there is even the lottery in this show.
There is a lottery, exactly.
Yeah, but like he wanted that kind of like instant fame. That was just like not something that his like skill set could like support. And then he did not want to meet Dolbu. Like some part of him, he wanted to like capture Dolbu again, like on film or something. Like, oh, I found him. But at the same time, when he actually
when he actually did it,
encountered,
he just got scared.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, like I did not want to capture you, my sir.
Yeah, there are multiple characters like that who are just I think it's showing how if you win the lottery, right, even the lottery winner guy, he would have just gotten robbed. He would have just lost everything.
Yeah.
After he made like
he's
one
stupid.
wrong move, right? Posting on social
Many
media.
wrong moves, but yeah.
There were quite a few wrong moves, actually. Yeah. It's just that like the experience, I guess, of actually having that much cash, versus like coming into it all at once. I guess long term versus short term. It's quite different. How you like act. You can't. I mean, even I guess in real life, you shouldn't really flaunt your wealth, right? Even if you do have it, it's almost never good. So
Yeah, I think that whole character is like a criticism of like basically pop idol fan culture too. It's like you don't actually have that much money, but like whatever money you have, you'll just basically like just donate it to all your idols. So then like they can love you somehow. It's like that feeling of, oh yeah, I can be connected with my oppa, right? If you're into K-pop, or you just want to be connected with these like cute girls.
Oh, would you know about being connected with oppas?
What do you mean? What are you referring to?
But yeah, I mean, there are quite a few just very realistic characters, and I feel like the message is nice. It's just like, I think it's right? Like, if you come into a lot of, I guess, money, fame, status all at once, and you don't really know how to handle it responsibly, then bad things will happen. And that kind of shows with the hippo guy, with the I guess Imai, the lottery guy, and then also Kakihana even, where he just like borrowed a lot of money, so then he like came into status. He looked like it. He didn't actually know how to handle it. I mean, borrowing money is okay if you like pay it back, right? Such as like I guess if you're really really rich, you own shares of a company, you can just borrow money against those shares. Yeah,
it's very realistic.
Pretty realistic, right? So.
But yeah. I don't know, like these people that we just talked about, maybe it is like further away from my life. Like, I understand it, but then I wouldn't say it's like, oh, relatable. I was like that too. No, I was never actually like interested in like getting a bunch of money and like, oh yeah, rising up to fame. Yes, like that. But like Tanaka's story, was it like episode 4?
Yeah,
or something?
He had a whole episode dedicated to his gacha games.
That episode was my favorite episode. Definitely.
Oh, really? Out of everything?
Out of everything. Like, that is the episode that I, like, related to the most.
Wait, so, like, when he was doing the eraser thing?
Yeah,
and, like...
especially the eraser thing. Because, like, actually, I had the eraser thing when I was in elementary school. Where we had these, like, food-looking... like erasers that everyone was trying to get, and then like the more I guess like well preserved your eraser was, and like the more like intricate like designed your eraser was, the more popular you were. And then I had this 3-layer cake eraser with strawberries on top, and the strawberries you can actually like take it out. They're all like erasers, by the way. It was crazy. Like, it was great. Like, I had my popularity, my fair share of popularity, if you will.
That sounds kind of good, actually.
Yeah, it looked great. It looked delicious. Yeah.
Yeah, but I totally get it. Wow, that episode was the best.
Yeah, to me.
Pretty
like,
surprising, actually.
No, again, it's just, like, relatable. It's like, you thought that owning something, owning an object, automatically makes you special. That feeling, I feel like when we were young, like, we get into that illusion somewhat. And so, like, it just bled into his whole, like, adult life as well. Like, he wanted to be special by, like, playing games and, like, I don't know, just...
Yeah, he spent all his salary on buying gacha pets or something. Was it a pet? Was it animal?
It was
some kind of animal, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, some kind of animal.
He wanted, like, a doo-doo bird or something.
He wanted the dodo bird.
Dodo bird? Okay, yeah, dodo bird.
The super ultra rare dodo bird.
Yeah. That was just, like, his shit. Like, he needed that to, like, feel like he was special, even though, at the same time, like, it doesn't matter. No one cares if he, like, who has the dodo bird. But then he granted it so much value because he was just like under the childhood like dream that, oh, if I have this, people will love me again. I will have power and fame.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely had something lacking inside, and that kind of showed in his character. He kind of broke down when he finally rolled it. You know, after years of trying for it, and then just gets reverted after he lost his game data.
Yeah, like, it's just like because he's like the quintessential, like, sarariman, like, salary man, working force, like, Japanese worker that just worked at some office, and then enjoyed a normal life. It's like, his life wasn't even bad. He wasn't like Kakihana, who, like, barely had a job as a janitor, and he wasn't like the comedian like duo who are like struggling. You know, like he was living like fairly well with a okay job, but then still he wanted something to show his status. He wanted that like external kind of approval.
Right, like you have to have like a certain amount of money to whale on these games, you know, to like fucking go all in on this dodo board every month, right? To like try to, you know, each time you get your salary, at least you're getting a salary, right? You're not getting nothing, so.
Yeah. But like at
crazy.
the end, I really don't like. He just like went back to normal life. Like,
yeah, that was a little.
He got a gun. He hurt people.
Yeah, he just shot people. He like caused a lot of trauma, right? He just like did a bunch of stuff and got away with it.
Yeah, I was so confused to see him back in the office.
Yeah, that's a little. That one was a little suspicious.
Okay,
to me.
the whole ending was kind of sus.
Right.
Like, I was also kind of pissed at how, like, Nikaido, just, like, the idol, just got arrested. You know, it's like, she didn't do anything, actually. She didn't kill the black cat. And then, like, somehow, because she had the thoughts of killing her, she had to take the blame for it. That was not satisfying.
Right. I mean, it's just the ending. Everything kind of happened all at once. Otokawa drove into the ocean with a car full of
That was
cash.
beautiful. I really like that scene.
It was good stuff. And then he wakes up and everyone's human again. His illness is cured somehow from the impact from the water. And then, yeah, things kind of resolve itself. I don't know if he dies or not. At the end,
like
the black cat,
yeah.
right? The black cat just like goes into his taxi, and then we don't know what's happening.
And then she was holding the pen that was always on his like, you know, like car mirror thing, like I don't know, sun shield thing that was like always there, meaning that she already like broke into his car like multiple times. She was the person who put the GPS on his car.
Wait, but the GPS was from an actual taxi ride.
Yeah.
Where she slipped it.
Yeah. But still, like,
that was not a
I feel
break-in.
like that's true. But then, like, she broke in to get the pen, or else, like, how would she have gotten the pen?
True. I think I missed that detail.
No, like, it was, like, the last episode, and, like, she was just clicking the pen the whole time, and I was like,
right.
That's scary.
Yeah, she was definitely the weirdest character. Came out of nowhere, honestly. I didn't expect that.
That, like, I didn't expect it, but at the same time, like, she was always there. She was, like, talking about, yeah, she just likes to eat fried chicken. And, like, yeah, she just wants to be an idol, and she's so happy to be in the city, kind of thing. And then, like, to think that because she came from, like, the really, like, countryside, and then she couldn't eat fried chicken and whatnot, it's like, this is the extent that she'll go to get this quality of life.
Right, she'll like basically do anything to escape her previous, you know, previous circumstances. So she'll try really, really hard in all sorts of ways to like commit to this idol life. Even going as far to like kill the previous black cat to get the position of this black cat, and then like setting up this massive like scheme to take over the group. And it's just
yeah, and
pretty well done.
Like,
pretty well done. She got it.
Yeah, like Nikaido is arrested, and then I mean it's possible like after a few years of investigation, they finally realized that she was actually the real culprit. But like at that point, like Nikaido is like her reputation is like done. like, she's done for. So it's like, at least for now, she can be, like, the center of her idol group, and she's innocent. She seems innocent.
Right, but the thing is, the police seem kind of useless.
Oh my god.
It just seemed like it didn't really put law enforcement into... Like, the anime didn't really shine a good light. The daemons were very useless. I didn't see much other...
No, like, the little brother, he actually, like, got the gun and, like, you know, shot people.
At the end, yeah. Kind of stepped up a little bit, but I didn't see any other officers or something. Like, it was...
No. I mean, again, this is not real life. At the end of the day, it was, like, great fun, but it's not like, oh, this is what a day in the life of Tokyo, you know? It's like a Tokyo taxi driver. That's not it, so it's like, it's fine.
Right, and then also Odokawa, his character was a little... It was a little good. I feel like
a little good.
A little good, you know. Like he was just calm and collected.
Yeah. And smart.
Smart, right?
Yeah.
Just like goes.
He's not like again like any main character that I can think of. Like sometimes people are like just super passive, such as like Neon Genesis Evangelion. Like Shinji is very passive, and then it's like, oh, everything happens. What is he gonna do? But then, like, he, you know, basically he was the mastermind behind the last plan to, like, get the person to get his, like, lottery money, and how are they going to kind of, like, do the switcheroo of, like, the money and whatnot.
Right, when they did the heist, it was a little, like, I definitely enjoyed watching the plan unfold. I was kind of captured, like, the entire way through, because, it was just a lot of fun just watching everything kind of play out as to his expectations, and even when it didn't, he was able to come up with a plan to like kind of
damage control.
Yeah, damage control the situation, get out of it alive. He didn't help out Dobu on the ground, right, when he was bleeding out. That was great. That was good. Because just shows that he has a brain.
Yeah, and so, he has principle.
Right.
Yeah, he's not
going to kill him, right?
Yeah.
He's just going to let him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Even though he definitely could have.
Sounds like he's like a good hero that's not like infuriating. Like, oh my god, he's kind to everyone. He helps out everyone. Everyone can, like, I don't know, be good again. That would be so annoying. But yeah. Like, his whole relationship with, was it Shirakawa? Like,
yeah, Shirakawa.
Yeah.
The lamb.
That was out of nowhere at first. I was so confused.
I was also confused.
But, like, it's cute. Like, especially when she was, like, doing the, like, I don't know, like, martial arts / dancing.
Some kind of Brazilian Brazilian martial arts called, I don't know.
I
like,
don't know either.
Just kicks people and they die, I guess.
It was great. Like, first of all, it's just good setup. The whole thing was good setup. Like, the whole heist, the unfolding of the plan, like, why he was, like, contacting different people, why he was contacting the little diamond and whatever. And then, like, the Shirakawa, like, at first it was just, like, comedy relief that she was, like, dancing. And then it's funny, like, dancing /fighting.
With
then,
the music.
Yeah. But, like, she actually did it. Like, she saves him. It was great.
Yeah, no, it was good. I still don't quite understand why Shirakawa likes Odokawa. How do they meet exactly?
No, like, he has been going to that clinic since, like, forever.
Right.
For years.
Right. See, at first, I actually thought that Shirakawa was, like, the bad guy.
Yeah, and then she was you were so scared of her.
I was so scared of because she was just kept, like, the camera kept on panning on her eyes and her face. I'm just like, dude, the lamb
looks too innocent.
Looks like, it just looks off-putting, and then she's gonna kill you in your sleep or something. It's just like...
Yeah, and it implied that she was stealing the medication.
Right, and she's a criminal, and it's like, oh, like, she's gonna do something.
But I do like that. It's, like, always unexpected. Like, you think that this is the bad person, and you think that that is a good person, but it's like, no, like, everyone is a shade of gray. Speaking of which, oh my god, everything is a shade of gray. Oh, King's Rankings. Everyone is a shade of gray.
That is for another time, but King's Ranking we should probably do something on as well.
Yeah, we finished that, like, last week. Oh, like, I don't like that shit. Okay, so technical difficulty again. We cannot record after 30 minutes. But here we are. And I still don't like that shit. I still don't like the moral grayness of King's Rankings characters, as you will. Like, why is it that, like, when we want to portray, like, people as being equally good and bad, we have to have them, like, freaking jump from good to bad, like, from this second to the next? That is just unrealistic and very annoying to watch. Like, who are you? What do you believe in? But then, like, in this show, in Odd Taxi, it was just, like, these quote-unquote, like, bad people, they're just doing crime because they want that lifestyle. They want the money. And then it's just, like, they're willing to do things that are, I guess, unlawful. And then that's just who they are.
Right, but it doesn't kind of absolve them, or it doesn't remove all their morality. Like, just them being bad doesn't remove everything. So that's kind of what I enjoyed about this. Mm-hmm. It's just that they aren't bad in every single aspect. They're just, I guess, quote-unquote bad in terms of they just want this one thing and they're willing to break the law.
Yeah, again, I just don't think it's even bad. It's just, like, they're criminals.
Yano did a little bit... He did go a little bit further in, like, intimidating... what's his name? Haru... the monkey, right?
Oh, Kakihana.
Yeah, in torturing the dude, he went a little far. So we can say that Yano is capable of more things than Dobu is.
Oh, I don't know. Again, I just think that it's just that was the extent of action that he was willing to take. Again, like, I don't like seeing people in, like, good and bad terms. I just like to see, like, people, like, oh, that is immoral. That is, like, not, like, legal. That's what it is. And then it's like, Yano, yeah, he did that. And then he also, was he the person who directed them to, like, chop the dead body into pieces? They did chop the dead body, and then they chucked it. So then it's like, yeah, that was something that he was comfortable with doing. Which might be seen as bad to you, but it's just, like, it's immoral and it's disgusting, that's all.
Yeah, they were just willing to go to different extents to achieve their goals. And that kind of somewhat separates Dobu and Yano a little bit.
Yeah, but he's still so charismatic. Like, his whole thing about just rapping, it was just enjoyable to watch. It was artistic, and it was just, yeah. I don't hate him for what he does. But yeah, the whole show was very artistic because, like, even though the design of all these characters are like animals with, like, big heads, big eyes, the, I guess, like, cutesy kind of, like, icon, mascot looking, like, characters, the story was completely opposite of that. It was unexpected.
Right. I definitely enjoyed just seeing all the different human-like characteristics of these animals, and then just even watching the animals that kind of interact. Like, I didn't realize they were all humans at the time, right? Oh. So then kind of watching it for the first time around made me think it's just fun. It's just a lot of fun just watching a bunch of animals interact with each other.
But at the same time, I was, like, thinking, like, I kind of do want to watch it again, but, like, knowing what I know, so then, like, seeing them all as humans, like, I can just see them as, like, people in costumes, right? Like, does that still make sense? And, like, does the animalness of them, like, even affect anything? Like, I feel like it doesn't even, like, really show any animal characteristics. We just kind of assume because they look the way they are. They do.
Right, like, so Dobu looking like a gorilla guy makes you think he's, like, gruff. He's, like, you know, big, strong, kind of dumb, right? So just makes you think, like, and then Odokawa, like, kind of being a walrus makes me think,
the perfect animal.
True, exactly. So that's what I'm saying, right? Like, when we think of animals, we think of specific characteristics to those animals, and it just seemed like very fitting. Mm-hmm. So kind of like the comedians, a little bit.
Oh, the horse and
the horse and the boar.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the boar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can kind of imagine that. You know, you got the tall, like lanky one, experiencing success.
Yeah, that's just aesthetics. That's why I do want to always differentiate this with like Beastars or like Zootopia, because at the end of the day, this story is a human story, and those stories are still talking about animals. Like, oh, what if animal had a society? But then this is not at all that. This is just like, again, aesthetic choices. Like, they look like animals. That's all.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I generally... What would you rate this
oh my god,
anime
rating. As an anime, considering everything, because there aren't that many good shows in the like past few years, probably give it a 9. Oh my god, I just gave Everything Everywhere All at Once a 9 as well, but yeah, 9.
I think I gave Everything Everywhere All at Once a 9.5. Probably give this one probably also a 9. Just cause, yeah, I feel like it was just generally a good experience. I don't normally give out 10s, so yeah. It's really hard.
Now that I'm thinking, I enjoy this more than Everything Everywhere All at Once, but I want to say, like, I enjoyed this because I don't have anything bad to say about it. Like, Everything Everywhere, like, I don't like some aesthetic choices. I don't like the dick fighting. I don't like the anal thing. It's like, it's too extra, in my opinion, for this. I can't point out anything like that. So then, I would want to rank this higher. However, I put them at the same level because this was great fun, but this was not deep. Like, it did not make me, like, emotional. It did not make me feel, like, personally connected with the message or the philosophy. It wasn't really inspirational, so then, like, that, it was lacking in that, but then there wasn't anything bad about it that I can point out.
Right, that kind of makes sense. It's just, there was no excessively bad parts, and it was just pretty well made all around. So yeah, for Everything Everywhere All at Once, there was
bad parts and sparks.
Yeah, just sparks, like just very high highs and very low lows. The dicks were a little jarring.
Yeah,
I don't know
just
if they
unnecessary.
needed to, but yeah,
I don't like it. It's just why? It's for the effects. Like, oh, shock.
It was kind of funny.
Shock.
True.
Yeah, that's cheap. But then this, everything was really well made.
Yeah, they definitely knew what they were doing here. What was the studio again?
The studio, isn't it new? OLM and Pix? Like, I've never heard about them. Oh, well, yeah, kind of, right? Oh, they made
kind of new.
Yoku. Oh, Yoku is a music video by Eve. So, but basically, like, this studio, other than Odd Taxi, everything else seems like music videos, which is really cool. And OLM, OLM did the old Berserk. Yo, we have to watch it.
All I see is a Pokemon.
Oh, no, old Berserk. But, yeah, old Pokemon. Oh my god. Yeah, OLM is OG then. Damn.
Yeah, old Pokemon, I see that. That's cool.
Berserk! Great. Anyways, yeah. All in all, it was a great show, and I don't think that we're all going to talk about great shows on this podcast. We can just still shit on other things. The past 2 shows are, like, just recent favorites.
Right. Upcoming King's Ranking, definitely have a lot to say about that one, so stay tuned.
Mm-hmm.
For episode 3. So, thanks guys for listening.
Thank you for enduring our, allergy noses. Yes, the sniffling.